Welcome back, I'm Genny Brown. We're going to do a few more, slightly more advanced exercises in the chair. We've done a few warm-ups in a previous video, which I hope you enjoyed. So if you want to do a little bit more, now we're going to practice just doing some of the more traditional yoga exercises, but still in the chair. So we're going to start off with some warriors and things. So we're going to turn around to face the right. And then we're just going to extend the left leg out. Now in the beginning you might find the knees a wee bit bent like that, but with practice we're going to get the leg a little bit straighter. And curl the toes under. Now we bring the body nice and vertical, sort of tucking the hips under there slightly. So now we're going to bring the hands together like a prayer and inhaling as we raise the arms up overhead, getting the arms as straight as you can. And gazing up at the thumbs if your neck allows that. We're going to hold that for 5 deep breaths. 2, 3, 4 breaths. You're doing well. One more. And now we're going to move into Warrior 2 from here. So we're going to bring the right arm forward and the left arm back. And we're going to bring the hands and arms just to about shoulder level. We don't want them too high because that makes the shoulders a wee bit tight. We want to avoid that, or too low. But just do the best you can. You can have a look behind just to see where that arm is. Sometimes it's not where you expect it. So we're going to look out nice and proud over the fingertips. Again, tummy drawn in a little bit, supporting your back here. So that should be about 5 breaths now. So what we're going to do is move into the side stretch, so you can bring your hand, or if it's comfy, your forearm, down onto the thigh. We're turning the other palm up and reaching the arm up and overhead, just as far as you can go comfortably. If you have any shoulder injuries, a variation is just to rest the hand on the hip, like that. But this is a very good one for toning the waist as well as getting the shoulders moving. So otherwise, arm up overhead, and we're turning to look up under the arm, up towards the ceiling. And then coming back up. And we're going to let the arms relax. And while we're here, we can do just a little reverse side stretch as well. So to do this, you can start with the hands together. And we're going to bring the left arm onto the right thigh there. So easy version, it's just the hands. Or if you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can bring the forearm or eventually the upper arm onto the thigh, and then we're just gently twisting to look out over that right shoulder and elbow. Again, we're holding it for 5 breaths. So that should be about 5 now. And then we're releasing the twist and then bringing the legs back to the center. And while we're here, we're just going to bring the body back into a bit more of a neutral position after that. So we're just doing a gentle forward bend, just sliding the hands down, bringing the hands down towards the feet. And then slowly coming up, using the tummy muscles, just to support your back as you come up. We'll do that one again, this time with the legs out a little bit further in front. Hopefully you can see that. You can either have the feet flat, or for a bit more of a stretch, lift the toes up, just flexing the feet a wee bit. So we take a deep breath in, and we're folding from the hips, slide the hands down just as far as they go comfortably. Resting the hands onto the legs, ankles, or down to the feet. We want to feel a bit of a stretch in the back of the legs, and the hips slightly, but we want the lower back to be comfortable, very important. So if you feel any discomfort there, then come up or bend the knees a bit more. So again, we draw the tummy in, inhaling as you come up, and relaxing the arms down. And we'll do just one leg at a time whilst we're here. So we're going to extend one leg out, keeping the other knee bent, a little bit of space for you to move forward here, and then falling forward. And holding for 5 breaths. And then slowly rolling back up, and we'll do that on the other side. This is a lovely stretch out for the back of the thighs. Good for keeping you supple. And any exercise that stretches out the hamstrings is good for relieving tension on the lower back especially. And then inhaling, coming up. And we've not forgotten, we're going to do the other side now. So we're twisting around to the left. And now this time we're going to keep the left leg bent and extend the right leg out behind. So maybe a little bit bent, but we're working to get that leg as straight as possible. And then just sitting up tall. And then bring the hands like a prayer, raising the arms up, overhead, gazing up at the thumbs if your neck allows that. Holding for 5 deep breaths. Any exercise with the arms overhead will get the heart working a wee bit. Good for the circulation. So that should be about 5 breaths now. So moving into warrior 2, that was warrior 1. So bring the left arm in front and the right arm behind, about shoulder level. Have a quick look to see what the other arm's doing. And gazing out nice and proud over the fingertips. 5 breaths here. So we'll do that, one more breath. And then into the side stretch, so you can rest the hand or the forearm onto the thigh. Turn the palm to face up. And reaching up overhead. Remember, there's the option of the hand on the hip if your shoulder isn't comfortable with that overhead movement. 5 breaths. We're rotating just a little bit in the torso here to look up under the arm. Make sure the neck is comfortable. And then we're going to come back up with the in-breath. And then moving into the reverse side stretch now. So we're going to bring the hands together like a prayer. And we're going to bring the right hand to the left leg. And if that's comfortable, bringing the forearm onto the thigh. Or for the deeper variation, bringing the upper arm onto the thigh and twisting. All twists good for aligning the spine, good for the digestion as well. We'll do just one more breath here. And then inhaling, coming up. And bring the feet back together. And then we're just going to interlace the fingers, turn the palms out. We're just going to stretch up, lengthen up along the spine. Nice deep breath in. A little lean to one side. Stretching out the side of the chest. Back to the center. A little lean to the other side. And back to the center. Sweeping the arms down.